Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more likely to talk about success than actually reach it. While he may sound confident and make bold promises, his follow through is weak and he easily loses interest or patience when things get tough. You'll rarely see him stick with something long enough to see real results.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to get upset and react strongly rather than calmly look for solutions. You might see him blaming others or getting into heated arguments instead of quietly fixing the problem. Instead of bouncing back, he often gets stuck in frustration or anger for some time.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He usually finds it hard to build warm or friendly relationships at work. While some might respect his sharp thinking, many people will get tired of his strong opinions and quick temper. Most people will keep their distance, choosing peace over conflict with him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He may feel threatened if you do really well in your career. Instead of cheering you on, there's a chance he'll become irritated or make sharp comments, especially if he's struggling with his own work or feeling left behind. It's not easy for him to celebrate your achievements wholeheartedly.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, he is quite likely to feel uncomfortable or even resentful if you earn more than him. Deep down, it can bruise his ego and he might not handle it quietly. Expect sharp words or sulky behavior at times. This isn't because of you, but because he struggles to accept not being on top.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not the most careful with money. Planning and sticking to a budget aren't his strong suits, so you may see him spending on things he likes in the moment without thinking about the future. Don't count on him for steady, responsible money habits. You might end up cleaning up the mess.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's more likely to act like he has more than he actually does. Sometimes he tries to impress others by showing off or buying things he can't comfortably afford. This showy side can lead to problems later, like unpaid bills or money stress at home.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He can be caring in his own way and may show warmth, but when it comes to money, he isn't always sensible or steady. Sometimes he might be generous, spending suddenly to please or show affection, almost to prove a point, without worrying much about the consequences. You may find yourself worrying about the fallout after his big gestures.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not usually open and straightforward about money matters. You might find him keeping things to himself, not telling you the full picture, or even making decisions without talking to you first. When stressed or upset, he could become controlling or stubborn about spending, wanting things his way.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework isn't really his responsibility and may expect you to handle most of it. If you ask for help, he could get defensive, argue, or simply ignore your request, often acting as if he's too busy or above these chores. Even when he does help, it's usually only when you push him or if he's in a good mood, not something you can count on every day.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to step back and watch rather than roll up his sleeves and truly help. If he does get involved, it will probably be rare or only when you really insist, and even then, he might make it feel like he's doing you a big favor. He could criticize how you're doing things or give unwanted advice instead of simply pitching in.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's much more likely to argue just to prove his point than to truly listen and understand your side. If there's a disagreement, he tends to focus on winning the argument instead of finding a fair solution for both of you. It's hard to have calm, open conversations because he wants to have the last word.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he is very likely to lose his temper and say hurtful things or act in a way that feels aggressive. He might raise his voice, use harsh or cutting words, or even slam doors and create a tense atmosphere at home. These outbursts can leave you feeling hurt and shaken.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, and it is a red flag you should not ignore. His quick temper and harsh reactions can make home life stressful and unpredictable. Over time, these outbursts can wear you down and affect your happiness and confidence.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry and truly mean it. Instead of owning up to his mistakes, he's much more likely to blame you or find reasons outside himself for what went wrong. Taking responsibility is not his strong suit, so waiting for a genuine apology may leave you disappointed.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle to fully respect your boundaries, especially if he really wants something his way. If you say no, he might push back, argue, or try to change your mind instead of stopping and listening to you. Sometimes he may ignore how you feel or act like your wishes don't matter as much as his.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding or giving you space, he might get upset, make hurtful remarks, or pull away emotionally. It can be draining and leave you worried about how he'll react the next time.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You may not be able to fully trust him to handle private moments with care. If he gets upset or wants to win an argument, he might bring up things said or done in private to shame or embarrass you. You deserve someone who values your trust and never turns deepest moments against you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He may find it hard to stay fully loyal and can be easily distracted by other women, especially if things aren't going his way at home. His attention can wander, and he may enjoy the thrill of new attention rather than building lasting trust. True faithfulness, both in heart and actions, might not come naturally to him.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be overpossessive and show signs of jealousy, control, or frequent suspicion. He may check who you talk to, question where you go, or even get angry if you spend time with friends or family. This kind of behavior isn't love, it's about control and insecurity.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, in this case, what he calls protective is often just a cover for being controlling. While he might say he's looking out for you, his actions usually cross the line, telling you what to do, who to see, or how to behave. Real care means respect and trust, not rules and restrictions.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will probably expect you to do most of the parenting work. While he might step in for big decisions or offer advice, for the daily routine, feeding, school runs, bedtime, he'll likely leave it to you. This can be tiring and lonely if you hoped for true teamwork.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
He's likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm when the kids mess up or get upset. Small mistakes or emotional moments can quickly set him off, leading to raised voices, harsh words, or even angry outbursts. Patience and gentle guidance are not his strong suits in parenting.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He may struggle to fully support you as both a mother and your own person. While he might recognize your role at home, he's likely to overlook your needs outside of being a mom, whether it's your work, hobbies, or time for yourself. His focus is often on what he expects from you, not on your happiness or growth.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but later expect you to quit or step back after you have a child. While he may say he wants you to succeed before marriage or parenthood, his attitude can quickly switch once family life begins, using practical reasons or emotional pressure to push you towards giving up your work. It's wise to keep your eyes open and have honest talks early so you're not caught off guard later.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. You might notice him doing just enough to keep things civil, but not going out of his way to build a genuine relationship or make them feel welcome. Compliments or friendly talk may feel forced or short, and he could become distant or impatient if he feels bothered by their presence or opinions. He's more likely to expect your family to adjust to his ways rather than trying to blend in or make changes himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to react with frustration and make things worse instead of handling it calmly. You might see him lose his temper, say sharp things, or pull away from family gatherings rather than try to work things out peacefully. He can become blunt or defensive, turning small issues into bigger arguments.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the type who might act modern and relax with you in private, but expect you to behave like a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. When family visits or during special occasions, he could suddenly want you to dress, act, or speak in a way that matches their traditional expectations, even if he never mentioned it before. This switch can feel confusing and unfair, making you feel like you have to hide your true self to please others.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he's more likely to stay out of it or even side with them rather than stand firmly by your side. Instead of stepping in to support you or help clear misunderstandings, he might avoid the conflict, go silent, or quietly expect you to handle everything yourself. Your needs and feelings deserve respect and backup, especially in tough moments.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is quite likely to be a mummy's boy, which means he often puts his mother's wishes and opinions before yours. In a conflict between you and his mother, he will usually avoid taking your side and may even back her up either openly or by staying silent. This can make you feel left out or unimportant in your own home as he struggles to set healthy boundaries with his family.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister, especially when he's upset or unsure what to do. This habit means your personal problems may not stay between the two of you, making you feel exposed or betrayed. When family members know too much, it can create gossip, take sides, or increase tension instead of helping you solve issues together as a couple.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can be exhausting and full of ups and downs. You may often feel alone in carrying the daily load, whether it's work, home, or emotions, while he drifts in and out, caught up in his own moods or distractions.